Hi guys, it's MugenRoss from the Outcasted OC. If you like what you see here with the NXT review of Spring Breakin, feel free to follow us on our other socials at TikTok and Instagram at Outcasted OC. So we're going to dive straight into it. NXT Spring Breakin was a great card with an introduction that was fun and light-hearted, where not many people that were on the show still had some involvement in the introduction. It was a load of people having a picnic, having a good back and forth, and just a general summer barbecue atmosphere, and it was quite interesting. We go to the feud that's been happening with Pretty Deadly of Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. Tony D'Angelo and Stacks have kind of been coining the name of the family, and Stacks is now being called the underboss to Tony D'Angelo, which I'm kind of here for. It's pretty cool. And they kind of did a spin on a coffin match where they put the two tag team members in a trunk, and as soon as the trunk is sealed, that person has won the match. It was a lot of back and forth. Pretty Deadly went pretty in pink, and it was quite unique to see them come out. They got to do their pose for all of 3 seconds before Tony D'Angelo and Stacks decided to rush them down and get right into it. Load of great spots, quite good laughs, especially this spot where Pretty Deadly go to grab a table and everyone's cheering, to then they literally run all the way down the walk ramp and put the table away so they're not hit by it. Tony D'Angelo and Stacks won by, when Stacks was first put into the trunk, they were trying to get D'Angelo in, and when they reopened the trunk, Stacks had a fire extinguisher sprayed across the face and got the pair of them. Tony D'Angelo hit with a crowbar as well. So Tony D'Angelo and Stacks winning that match. Then we went to Bron Breakker versus Andre Chase. I was really excited for this match because Andre Chase getting kind of put against a bigger star in Bron Breakker, and getting to kind of see where Andre Chase goes with it. The match was a little short, but it was still really good, and it showed Bron Breakker as being more of a savage heel. Andre Chase still got some great hits in, for sure. I loved the spot where Chase went to go do his whole Chase U-kicks, and Bron Breakker basically grabbed it on A and was like, yeah, no. And completely destroyed it, and kind of teased that he's going to go for Andre Chase's tag team member as well straight after. And it's very much building on Bron Breakker has just got a different side to him now, and he has fully embraced this. He has that dog in him mentality and being more of a heel. We then go to Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria. I really loved this match. Lyra Valkyria really got to show kind of the technical side of kicks involved in wrestling, very much like a Muay Thai style that we saw with Malachi Black and a few others, and it was great back and forth. Cora Jade won the match by doing a very unique way of distracting people. She grabbed her bat, she walked in the ring with it, the rest were like, no, stop. So she was like, okay, cool, I'll let go of it from the ref. Valkyria went to go hit a kick, and Cora Jade just dodged it and then just hit her in the knee. So it wasn't anything illegal, but the distraction timing gave the chance for Cora Jade to hit a DDT and win that match. So it was very well done in that situation, and I enjoyed it a lot. We then went straight into Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller. I personally loved this match. I think this was one of the matches of the night, and is a very strong contender of a very good NXT match for the year. They had a lot of in-ring chemistry that just worked. Grayson Waller did a lot of his arrogant ways of wrestling, and there was an amazing spot where Grayson Waller goes to throw a chair at Carmelo Hayes, and he catches it, but that leaves it just enough time for Carmelo Hayes' friend at ringside to get hit by the chair. So it was a great little interaction of Carmelo Hayes looking like a badass catching this chair, like, nah, you're not going to hit me, to Grayson Waller used it to his advantage in the mind games. They also did an announcer table spot, and Grayson Waller flew through the air very elegantly, so I enjoyed getting to see that. Carmelo Hayes still retained, which I wanted. I feel Grayson Waller is there and could be that champion later down the line, but it's more Carmelo Hayes' time, and it's his run right now, because he has just been phenomenal with each match he's been given. What was really unique as well, towards the end of the match, we have Carmelo Hayes looking very tired and we still holding the belt, being like, yeah, we went to war, I've done this match. To Bron Breakker's music plays. So we're like, oh, Bron Breakker's going to come out, re-challenge him, says I want that rematch. No, it got worse. He literally sneaks in behind them, jumps the pair of them, hits several moves on them. He speared, like, Carmelo Hayes through just some of the walling. I can't really explain where it kind of was. It was by the announcer table. There was just this spotted, like, black wall area. And he's just powerhouse Carmelo Hayes through it. It was like a wooden area, so he could fly through it, but it looked brutal. And they were like, oh, if we get medical update, we'll let you know. But Carmelo Hayes has been taken to a medical facility. We will give updates where we can. So it seems like they're very much storytelling that Carmelo Hayes is hurt. And then we went into the mixed tag match. This match was very interesting for myself because I've been enjoying their story build-up over the past few months of the will they, won't they, to then they have become a relationship, to the fallout between all of them, and she has been just manipulating all of them, and it was a great match. Like, there was a lot of back and forth, there was a lot of larger hits. The correct team won in my eyes, and I still feel it was a bit shocking that they kind of just done Brooks that way, because Brooks was just like, oh, well, no, we're all good, we're still going to be together and everything, and just, yeah, it kind of didn't go that way. She was like, oh, I never loved you, and kind of just walked off. Luckily, the other two were there to kind of like reconnect and be the comfort to him. So hopefully we get that trio back together again, because I loved them in NXT UK. I've been loving this storyline they've been doing in NXT, and I hope it just grows because they are doing wonders with it. We had a backstage moment that I wanted to touch on as well. Dijak and Ilya were fighting backstage, and they were going very hard and at it. Dijak grabbed a garage door. I'm pretty sure it was like part of the vans that they're tour driving with all the equipment, and just pushed him in there and just slammed the garage door on him, and it looked harsh, and they really are building that these two guys are gonna want to go at war with each other and really hit hard, which has been really cool. I really can't wait to watch their match when it is announced, because them two definitely are some of the best in-ring work that can really show some extra talent in NXT. Then it was the main event, the triple threat match that we had Roxanne Perez, Indy Hartwell and Tiffany Stratton. I was kind of more just ready for Roxanne and Indy. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been loving Tiffany Stratton. I think she is a really unique breakout star. But giving her straight into title pictures quite quickly, and also not letting it develop a lot more. She's had kind of like a couple of opportunities and still losing because the odds have been stacked against her where she's not been able to do one-on-ones. And it just felt more like Roxanne's story of having the, you know, oh, you got my belt, I deserve a rematch, one-on-one, because I had to fight all these people. I didn't even know I was going to be even have an opportunity. I wasn't fully ready. But they all went to war. The match was incredible back and forth spots. Tiffany Stratton really shined in that match as well, and Indy outperformed both girls in my opinion. I think she's really shown how much she has learned while she's been at NXT, because she feels like one of the NXT veterans now because of how long she's been there throughout all the NXT changes. And I'm glad she is champion and she retained, because it was a perfect match. We also had some other little backstage segments that weren't like crazy to talk about, but they were still pretty good. We had Drew Gulak and William Regal's son. I think it's Charlie. It's Charlie, but I can't remember the last name because I know it's not Regal he's going by. talking about how they're trying to go for Wesley and break him down, and Drew Gulak is going to state he's going to stop him in his tracks. So it's nice to see Gulak getting a lot more respect because he is a great technical wrestler, and I'm ready to see a lot more technical wrestling from them, especially with Regal's son. If Regal's son's getting the push the way that he is, he will be very much that British strong style technical wrestling that his dad's known for, and it'll be great. We also had Dragon Lee vs Scripps be teased again, which was very interesting. I can't wait to kind of see where that goes. It'll be very good high-flying styles between the pair of them. And last but not least, we did have a new debut, and it was a decent match. They showed him off as this shot put style wrestler who can really throw people around and had the strength behind him. It was your standard big meaty men slapping meat type wrestler, but they did really good, and I'm interested to see where they kind of push them in the roster, because it being a new star, do they make him go on some of the smaller cards before any of the big matches, or are they going to try and push them to the moon as this new breakout? Oh, we've got a big muscle wrestler, they need big main event matches. But let me know in the comments, what was your favourite matches? Did you enjoy Spring Breaking? Do you think it could have changed up a little bit of the card, or where certain matches were placed? I felt Carmella Hayes and Grayson Waller was quite early on the card. I kind of would have liked that more towards the end, having Carmella Hayes and Grayson Waller then the women's main event. But other than that, I think it was a brilliant card. I'd say I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Some of the backstage segments and sometimes where they placed some of the ad breaks just didn't feel right. But for it being a special episode of NXT, it really did deliver. As Pretty Deadly would say, they did the stand and deliver in my eyes. But it was a great show, and let me know what you guys thought. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next time I do a review. Can't even say review anymore. Thanks, bye.